If you've had the opportunity to hear a well-integrated subwoofer system within a two-channel audio system, you know that the experience can be very profound. The subwoofer not only enhances the low frequencies, which we would expect from the addition of a specialized speaker for that purpose, but it has the effect of actually enhancing the entire audio system when it's set up properly. For example, not only are the low frequency dynamics improved, but also the high frequency dynamics. The reason being that when the main speakers don't have to reproduce the low frequencies, they are liberated in a way. They operate at lower distortion, you hear more low-level detail, the imaging opens up. In short, the entire audio system benefits from the specialized nature of the subwoofer handling low frequency duties in the audio system. But to pull that off successfully, you must have a very seamless integration between that subwoofer system and the main speakers. And that will depend on a lot of factors, not just the equipment that you've chosen, but also the room and its interaction with the audio system. That is why it's so important to have a powerful tool that allows you to create the best possible integration between your subwoofer system and the rest of your two-channel system. Which brings us to the JL Audio CR1, the star of today's show. The CR1 is a remarkable piece of equipment. It is an analog active subwoofer crossover made to extremely high audiophile quality standards. It uses the finest components in terms of the analog circuitry, and it uses some digital control to actually control those analog circuits for the maximum precision possible in making those adjustments. In addition to being a subwoofer crossover, it incorporates some features that allow it to be very easily integrated with multi-channel audio systems that may occupy the same room as your two-channel system, which is a very nice benefit. CR1 offers a very comprehensive feature set. The CR1 is centered around a pair of Linkwitz-Riley filters with variable slope from 12 to 24 dB per octave. These are accessed via this front panel switch. You can switch from a shallow slope to a steeper slope. You also have fully variable high-pass and low-pass frequency selection controls. These range from 30 to 150 Hertz and can be set differently from one another if that achieves the best integration in your system. Additionally, CR1 offers a feature not found on any other crossover, and that's a pair of damping controls for each of the filters. The damping controls actually affect the shape of the response right around the cutoff frequency, either introducing a slight rise or a slight dip in response. This can help compensate for speaker response related issues, in some cases room acoustics related issues, and help you achieve the smoothest possible integration between the subwoofers and the satellites. Last but not least, a very useful control, which is a subwoofer satellite balance control. This allows you to rotate this control for more subwoofer level relative to the satellite level, or less subwoofer level relative to the satellite level, depending on program material, listening conditions, etc. We also have 4 very useful muting buttons on the front panel, which light up red when pushed in. This is very useful when doing measurements on your system or when wanting to isolate and listen to just one channel to see what's going on. It can be very helpful during the setup process to be able to mute each of the CR1's outputs individually. CR1 also has the ability to act as a bridge between your two-channel audio system and a multi-channel audio system in the same room that's sharing subwoofers. This way, your investment in your subwoofers can be used very seamlessly for home theater and then switched over to home audio use simply by pushing this little button right here. This button activates a bypass mode, which allows a dedicated set of inputs for your pre-pro to feed your subwoofers when you're not in two-channel listening mode. Each of the CR1's input and output sections contains balanced XLR or quarter-inch TRS, as well as unbalanced RCA type connections. All of these inputs and outputs are independently buffered from one another, making it possible to use both inputs or to use multiple output modes to feed different types of equipment at the same time. This attention to detail also helps reduce the overall noise characteristics of the product to give it some of the best signal-to-noise characteristics of any electronic product on the market. To minimize distortion and noise, CR1 employs top-grade component parts in its all-analog audio circuitry. 1% precision resistors, JFET input audio-grade op-amps, polypropylene film and foil capacitors, and metallized polypropylene film capacitors, to name just a few. CR1 really is the ultimate tool for subwoofer integration. Go check it out at your local JL Audio retailer.